You know, I was supposed to be recording more videos or prepping for spring break, but I guess not. We're doing this instead. What's up, my name's Playboi. I'm a student here at SJSU, and I like to dance. I'm not a big-time creator or anything. I'm still very much trying to get my footing, but this video is not about me or my channel. You know, I have a lot of followers, so I don't know how much of a reach I'll get, which is also why I'm doing this, because even if it's a little or a lot of people, you know, even if it's like 2 people, as long as this resonates with one person, that's what's important to me. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to speak their minds about stuff because they don't think people will listen or care. So I'm here to say just go for it, you know, you got the green light. Anyways, this is for all of my SJSU peers, and I guess all of SJSU as a whole too. Please bear with me because my mic is kind of trash. So how do I start this? Being a dancer here, I love the community that we have. It's pretty big, everybody supports each other, but like any other community, it comes with its highs and with its lows. So, recently there was a video made by a fellow dancer who shall not be named, where they were dancing on a very significant statue here for the purpose of a meet and greet. Yeah. Look, I'm not trying to bash anyone or anything, but not gonna lie, that pissed me off. Like, I get trying to build engagement, but come on, man. There's better ways that don't include dancing on an impactful monument here. The victory salute holds a huge impact. You know, they're not raising their fists for fun. It's in opposition to racial injustices. And I know this might not seem like a big deal. Like, yes, there's bigger stuff in the world to be worried about. And yes, it was just someone filming a video, but it's still worth talking about. It's a very respected civil rights monument here, and it's a lot more than just an artwork of a podium. So dancing on it diminishes the value of what it represents. As it is invited to step on the empty spot, that's for a specific purpose. So I would like to take a second to uplift the men that are up on that statue, as well as why they are here in a recreation of their meaningful moment. This is not a platform for views, but rather a platform for advocacy. The 2 guys represented are athletes Tommy Smith and John Carlos. If you look up their names, you can find a kind of overview on them, or you can just check out the plaque here right on campus. They are SJSU alumni and were track athletes. The event where they're holding this pose is the 1968 Summer Olympics in Mexico City. 1968 is regarded to be around the end of the civil rights movement, but it was still in effect nonetheless. They had raced in a 200-meter dash, both placing on the podium with Tommy Smith in first and John Carlos in third. Fun fact, Tommy Smith's time was 19.83 seconds, setting a world record time and being the first person to do the dash in under 20 seconds. When on the medal podium, they bowed their heads and raised their fists as the national anthem played in silent protest for U.S. racial injustices against African Americans. The 2 athletes also removed their shoes to sport black socks representing the poverty African Americans experience, and wore black gloves to represent black unity. The act faced immediate backlash and got them suspended and expelled by the Olympics, which is crazy, by the way. Their courage to protest at such a highly regarded event eventually granted them several honors, such as being inducted into the USA Track and Field Hall of Fame, the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Hall of Fame, and the 22 feet tall Victory Salute statue made in 2005 by artist Riggo23 that stands proudly on our very own tower lawn. Smith and Carlos are more than athletes. They are civil rights icons that help pave the way for advocacy at major sports events. And they are living legends who are still doing great things and are getting the recognition they more than deserve. So let's continue to celebrate them. When I was touring the school, this statue made me feel at peace and at place here. It symbolizes a lot of things that resonates with my life and what matters to me, so I have a personal connection with it. The Victory Salute statue holds a lot of power, a lot of weight, and a lot of history that a lot of students resonate with. Even with the school being mostly POC, a lot of us students still struggle with finding a comfortable place here and everywhere. I'm not going to speak for any group of people, like, I'm literally green, so kind of a league of my own. But in all seriousness, walking to class and seeing Tommy Smith and John Carlos with their fists raised gave me a sense of triumph, hope, and just motivation to keep going. So yeah, it does hurt to see such a meaningful piece reduced to a stage. The statue means a lot to me, as it does for a lot of other students. Part of the reason I created my channel was to create a peaceful platform. I want to spread good vibes through my dance and stuff, but I can't do that if I ignore the presumably harmful stuff on campus. That being said, it should not be the jobs of students to go out of our way to create, uphold, and maintain safe spaces at our school. We know the school does a lot and things still happen, but to be honest, a lot of us are just tired. I mean, as a whole, we have experienced threat after threat after threat of violence and discrimination over the past year. And a lot of us feel like the school focuses more on outside activities more than what's happening within the campus, especially the hardships. I'm not at all saying that going up there with no intent of actually honoring the statue was a hateful act, but it did add to the insensitivity. These men and the work of art deserve more love. So please, if you truly want to take a stand, we can genuinely stand with them and not on them. Thank you for taking the time to hear what I had to say. Hope you learned something cool about these guys and the importance of honoring historical movements. Remember, for all of us, SJSU student or not, just to be mindful, respectful, and keep good intentions when you go about things in life. Spread accountability and awareness where you think necessary, but most importantly, keep being positive. That's how we keep moving forward. Thank you for listening, and see you on the flip side.